Alright, so we are just going through our draft pick rebuilds. I'm coming at you guys with the number 8 overall pick New Orleans Pelicans rebuilds today. So this is actually kind of crazy. You guys should be seeing this on June 14th. The NBA draft is literally 9 days away. It's not this Thursday, it's the following Thursday. It came up so quickly on us. So you're going to get my final mock draft on this channel, and we'll see how many rebuilds we can get up to that point. Like, I would like to have done every lottery team, but if we can't get there, we can't get there. I mean, I don't need to do another Thunder rebuild since we already did their pick with the 12th. So we still have like the Spurs, the Wizards, the Knicks, the Hornets, and the Cavs, and I've done elimination rebuilds for the Hornets and the Cavs semi-recently when they got knocked out of the play-in tournament. Same with the Spurs as well. So yeah, maybe just the Knicks and the Wizards I just kind of want to hammer home, but I'd like to do a Spurs one also. But yeah, let's talk about the New Orleans Pelicans today, because this is the team we are going to be rebuilding with the 8th overall pick. And to go with my mock drafts, I believe I had them selecting Mathurin or Johnny Davis in both of them, or I was like, I changed it up. But this team is pretty talented when healthy. Like, Jonas Valanciunas is one of the more underrated players in the league. Maybe not the best starting center that you want, not a top 5 center in the league, but definitely a top 10 one. And really was like one of the more consistent players for the Pelicans last year when they were off to even their abysmal start. Zion Williamson, he's going to be due for a new contract extension, not this offseason, next offseason, but in real life, I think he'll get it this offseason. And then, yeah, he's a 90 overall, 22 years old. We're building around Zion. Pretty much now. I've done like, I think, one trading Zion Pelicans rebuild that we're not going to be doing that today. Jackson Hayes could get moved this offseason, especially if we add like a Jalen Duren with the 8th overall pick. Larry Nance, good player, but yeah, so I think I'll probably keep him for one more year. I mean, he's 29. We have Brandon Ingram and Najee Marshall, Devontae Graham, and Herb Jones at the 2. It's weird just seeing Herb Jones there. Does his overall go up? Yeah, if we move him around a little bit. I'll move him to the 3. Then McCollum as a point guard, which is an interesting spot for him. Does he go up if he's a shooting guard? He doesn't. So maybe we'll keep McCollum. I've never done that yet as my starting point guard. I mean, how many is... If you can average close to 6 assists, I'll take it. Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft Alvarado, that could be our guy as well. Devontae Graham, just hate having that contract on my team. If I can move it, I'll like move it. And Kyra Lewis, as well as like, we'll see if we can get minutes for him next year. And I would like to give minutes to Trey Murphy. Didn't mention him, but yeah, their first round pick back in 2021. This team is pretty deep. It is. So Chet Holmgren goes 1, Banchero goes 2, Jabari Smith 3, Ivy 4, does Shaedon Sharpe go 5? Or yep, he does. Let's see who goes 6 to the Pacers. And it is Keegan Murray. So this is kind of like what my mock draft looks like right now. 7, the Blazers take Malachi Branham out of left field. Okay. I would have taken probably 5, 6 other players before him. So I got to decide, do I want to go AJ Griffin, another Duke player? Do I want to go Mathurin? Do I want to go Johnny Davis? Do I want to go the Jalen Duren route, or do I want to go maybe the Dyson Daniels route? So I'm thinking more of grabbing one of these wings, either AJ Griffin, Johnny Davis, or Benedict Mathurin. And since I drafted Johnny Davis in the Blazers rebuild but traded him right away, we are going to try him out today with the 8th overall pick. And we're going to take Jake LaRavia out of Wake Forest in the 2nd round. So yeah, we're just adding another kind of guy that needs to get significant minutes for us next year in Johnny Davis. Like, there's I should make a trade like right now. So we're gonna sign both these guys, and I think I'm going to. I think since Jackson Hayes is going to be a free agent. All right, I'm going to be moving Jackson Hayes and Kyra Lewis to the Indiana Pacers, maybe for their 2024 unprotected first and their 2026 unprotected first. They agree to that. So those are just 2 roster spots cleared up now that we have Jose Alvarado. We didn't really need Kyra Lewis, and I liked what I could see out of him. We added Johnny Davis, and then also we just have a pretty deep big man rotation, and I wasn't going to pay Jackson Hayes next year anyway. All right, so taking a look at the qualifying offers, we have none. I don't even think we have any like big free agents as well. So yeah, it's a pretty mellow offseason. Like, we made that trade, we added Johnny Davis. Like, looking at how many guys I need to give minutes to next year, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually not too bad. So yeah, I'm not going to sign anybody in free agency. Let's just move over to next year's season. All right, so Zion's a 92 going next year's season. We already see McCollum regressing. Jonas Valanciunas has 1 year left on his deal. He's regressing. I mean, we have all those picks still from the Anthony Davis, or not all of them, but we still have a ton from the AD trade. We still have a little bit from the Jrue Holiday trade as well. Like, we can make a play for a big center next offseason if we want to. If we feel like Valanciunas is regressing, we're looking for somebody that's maybe a better defensive center. I mean, Valanciunas can now shoot the ball fairly well, but maybe just somebody more consistent there. So honestly, I don't want to start Devontae Graham. I hate how he's making all this money. I really do, but we're going to do something like that. I would like to still play Devontae Graham. Do I play Hernan Gomez? Maybe I don't even play Billy Hernangomez. Former Knick, just like, miss when he was a Knick, man. He had a good rookie year, and that was it. I think he was a second-round pick. Or no, he was actually undrafted. Wow. So we're going to go like, jeez, yeah, this might be pretty brutal to Devontae Graham. We're going to go something like this. Murphy can get about 19. Graham's going to get like 11 minutes. Oof, that's not great. 28 to Valanciunas. We can go 32 to Zion. 33 there, 29, 24. And then system proficiency is going to be 4-star balance. What is it? Perimeter centric. It's 3 stars. We'll stick with balance. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. The rotation will definitely change come playoff time. And let's hope that 2K really likes us in the simulation this year. So we were the 2 seed this year, which is pretty damn good for a team that was an 8 seed last year, technically this year. And, you know, put up a solid fight against the 1-seeded Suns. Maybe the Suns weren't as good as we all thought. Devin Booker was hurt a little bit in that series as well. And we do get Zion Williamson on All-NBA 3rd team. Pretty great season from him. I was just wondering, like, when I started this rebuild, like, how much was I going to have to change up this team as we tried to win a championship? We're taking on the Nuggets and the reigning MVP now. 3-time MVP in a row, Nikola Jokic. But yeah, like, was I going to have to move Ingram? Was I going to have to move McCollum? Was I just going to have to move Valanciunas? I don't know. We'll have to get to that point. Ingram's points went down for pretty much what he's been putting up in real life at around 18. I mean, McCollum's 15 points. And his assists weren't great, okay? Jonas Valanciunas, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. How did he have? Like, should I play Valanciunas at point guard? Trey Murphy, pretty great year off the bench with 41% three-point percentage, 86% free throw percentage. Herbert Jones had 10 points and 3 assists. Johnny Davis, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Or, excuse me, Herb Jones had 3 rebounds, not 3 assists. Larry Nance Jr. with 5.3 rebounds. Okay, so for the playoffs, yeah, Devontae Graham just sucks in 2K. I'm not playing him at all. So we're going to dip this down to a 9-man rotation. Zion and Ingram are going to get 37 apiece. I would like to go 31 to McCollum, maybe a little bit more. But I'd actually kind of like to play my bench a decent amount of minutes, so I'm going to roll with that. System proficiency is still 4-star at balance. It would still be 3-star perimeter centric, so I'm not going to change it. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Game 1 against the Nuggets, we do end up winning. Zion had 50, 15, and 5. All right, yep. If I have that on my side, I think we can win a championship much earlier than expected after we end up winning in, what was that, 5 in round 1. Zion with 30 and 12. McCollum had 22, 5.5 assists. Insane efficiency, at least from 3 and from the field and from 3. Yeah, we ended up winning in 5. Now we're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, who added Zach LaVine, Paolo Banchero, and Jalen Duren to their team. Okay. Let's see how this series goes. I mean, that's a really good team, but hey, we do have Zion Williamson on ours, who's averaging 30 and 12, 4.5 assists here in the playoffs. We are up 1-0. Make that 2-0. We dropped 150 on them. McCollum with 34. Valanciunas is giving me 26-point performances where he shot 12 for 13 from the field, and we win in 5, and we're in the conference finals in our first year. And you know what? Whatever I said about CJ McCollum this year, he played really damn well against the Thunder, where he averaged 27.5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. How has Johnny Davis been in the playoffs? Not too bad. I mean, a little bit better maybe than his regular season. Yeah, I mean, 58% true shooting is pretty good. Wait, how is he averaging 58% true shooting? Yeah, 58% true shooting, and he's got 50. Like, I obviously am not formulating the advanced side of my head correctly, but it's just crazy that, like, I don't know. It seems like he has a low 3-point percentage, a low free throw percentage, and his field goal percentage is good, but it's nothing crazy. But I know everything is weighted differently. So we're taking on the Grizzlies in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals. They do have the, you could say, best player from the 2019 draft class, and when healthy, I mean, you could say Zion is better, but we haven't seen Zion play in over a year. But yeah, let's see. Number 1 pick from 2019 versus number 2 pick. Let's see who comes out on top. And the Grizzlies win in 7. See, this would be just a cool matchup because of the rivalry that could be had between these two players. But losing in 7 does hurt. I mean, if we're there, I want to go to the finals. And it looks like McCollum averaged 20 points in the in the 7 games against the Grizzlies. Zion was still really good. I mean, Alvarado was still fine. I mean, maybe it was just like 2 great teams, and like, I don't know, they were 4th seeds though. So like, we should have probably won. I mean, the Kings swept the 1-seeded Timberwolves in the top left, you can see there. And then they swept the team that swept the 1 seed. Just doesn't make much sense. All right, so like if this team, like I only added Johnny Davis, like at least in new additions, and we even had more subtractions and like Kyrie Lewis and Jackson Hayes, and we went to the conference finals and we're 1 game away from the NBA finals. Like, we should be chilling to be right in the same position next year. And yeah, it looks like we have that Lakers pick, which is, or has a great chance of being in the top 5. All right, so the pick has stayed in the top 4, it seems like. So, hey, we're going to have a good chance at grabbing somebody nice, and it looks like it is in the top 3. So we go from the conference finals to getting a top 3 pick in the 2023 draft, and yeah, it is at number 3. So it dropped from 2 to 3, I think, or it either went up. No, I think it dropped from 2 to 3, which is fine. It could be a lot worse. And then I believe we should, oh no, the Lakers do have our pick because it was a swap. So they have ours at 26, and we get their pick at 3. We're going to keep Willie Green as our head coach. I mean, he brought the Pelicans to an 8 seed, put up a good fight against the Suns, and in the save, he was 1 game away from bringing us to the NBA Finals. We do want to keep him around. All right, with the pending free agency of Larry Nance and also Jonas Valanciunas, I'm going to try to acquire somebody that I want to be probably my backup center, not to start, and that's Richaun Holmes. So I want to see if they would do Devontae Graham, who's got 2 years left on his deal, and Billy Hernangomez for Richaun Holmes, and they agree to that. So we knock out that trade with the Sacramento Kings. We still have the 3rd overall pick right now, and I mean, in a perfect world, I get Victor Wembanyama. He starts at center, but that is probably not going to happen. So I'm going to be looking at Dariq Whitehead and Scooter Henderson, and what, like, the possible lineup is Henderson at the 1, and we move McCollum back to the 2, and okay, well, Henderson goes 1, so Wembanyama, oh my god. I have to. This is the luckiest thing ever, but Victor Wembanyama walks into my lap. Or just falls into my lap. I don't walk into my lap. Falls into my lap there at 3. That is insanely lucky. And I wanted to get, like, Dariq Whitehead and Scooter Henderson. I did not think that was going to happen. But, yeah, I figured out my franchise center going forward, and we can let Jonas Valanciunas walk, so Richaun Holmes is definitely going to be a backup. So, we are going to decline the options on Marshall, Laravia, and Temple. We'll pick it up on Jones, Murphy, and Alvarado. So, we will have a bunch of free agents, actually, like Zion Williamson is one. I mentioned 2 bigs earlier, and Larry Nance and Jonas Valanciunas, who we don't have bird rights on, or does Jonas have 1 more year? No, yeah, Jonas, we don't have bird rights on, which is kind of whack. I feel like we should. But, yeah, I'm not going to renounce anybody's rights just yet, but we're going to see, yeah, Zion gets a 4-year deal from the Wizards, and then we are going to match that. So, there's probably a good chance I let both Valanciunas and Larry Nance walk. So, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I'm fine with this. I mean, we're not really going to be able to find an upgrade elsewhere, like over a CJ McCollum. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. All right, so McCollum is regressing, but he does just have 1 year left on his contract with no option next year. So, could this be his last year as our point guard, even if we don't win a championship? Yeah, like, does Alvarado take that role? Do we draft one? I mean, we're going to have still a surplus of picks. I can't look right now, but I can show you at the start of the year. So, yeah, just to quickly gloss over my picks, we have the Lakers unprotected pick this year. We have a swap with the Bucks. We have the Pacers pick this year as well. And we also have, oh, yeah, so I think if those both show up, then I think we just have straight up the Bucks pick and our pick. We have the Bucks pick next year. Do we have any more Lakers picks? We do not, actually. So, this will be the last year of having a Lakers pick. But, yeah, the Lakers were the 2nd worst team last year. They didn't have a top pick, so they're probably not going to be great again. And we're going to roll a 9-man rotation. Holmes is going to get like 16 minutes. I'm going to go 23 to Alvarado and Murphy. We're going to go 25 to Herb Jones. Rookie Wembanyama's going to get 29. Zion 34, 33 to Ingram. Let's do 30 to McCollum, and then 27 to Johnny Davis. System proficiency is 4-star balance. We are going to stick with that. And we were 1 game away from winning it all last year. I mean, I don't think we got too much better this offseason. I don't even know if we got better, but I think we should still be in the running in that Western Conference to at least make it out. All right, so we were a little bit worse this year. We were the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Darius Garland takes home the MVP award. Rookie of the Year goes to Scooter Henderson, who I would have wanted probably at 3 if he was there or available. So we see 2 Lakers there on NBA first team, but I'm hoping they weren't good because I want their draft pick. Zion Williamson on NBA second team. He actually had more points, rebounds, and assists, and a higher field goal percentage from last year. A lot of Los Angeles here on all defensive second team. So the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. 2K does not like the Lakers in the simulation, which is kind of crazy. So taking a look at the stats from the season, Zion Williamson scoring. Quinn Cook, what? How many games did Quinn Cook? What? He played 37 games off the bench. Did they mess up my rotation? What? I'm so confused. I guess they corrected my rotation. I'm so confused. This has to be a glitch, right? I think it's a glitch. Because you guys literally saw me leave off with like Quinn Cook not in the rotation. So that's got to be a glitch, whatever 2K want to do there. So they want to play Zion 39, Ingram 33, only McCollum 23 minutes a night. I feel like that's kind of disrespectful. Okay. I mean, I don't really need to play Andre Roberson at all, so we're going to give those minutes back to McCollum. Now, we are taking on the Timberwolves in round 1. They got Nick Smith. They have added Bruce Dunn, brought him back after trading him away in that Jimmy Butler trade back in 2017, and we sweep them. And the Blazers do the Lord's work for us, and they end up defeating the Mavericks in 7 games, so we don't have to face them. I mean, that Blazers team doesn't scare me too much. Zion averaged 31 and 15 and 5 in those 4 games. He's on a different planet. So I hope we win, and then I hope the Grizzlies win, because I want them again to see if we can defeat them. So we're taking on the 8-seeded Blazers, and whenever I talk shit, whenever I say that a team just doesn't scare me, or I don't know how they're here out of round 1, there's a reason why they're here, and they ended up beating us in 5. So McCollum against his former team ends up losing. I mean, Ingram averaged 24 points in those 5 games. Zion only 19. What's up with that McCollum? 38% from the field. Oh, great. All right, I guess it's time to find a new point guard in the offseason. And the Detroit Pistons won it all, with Cade Cunningham being your finals MVP. So if the Lakers are bad, this sets us up for making kind of maybe a big trade. I don't know if I'm really going to go into the draft to find a point guard that can help us like win right now. Maybe I do get a DJ Wagner, Bronny James, Mikey Williams. That could be the one of those turning point players that we could draft. But look at this. We have potential 3 lottery picks. I don't even remember, like, I don't think there's any protections or on any of those, and I think I'm going to be able to keep all 3 of them. The Pacers pick, the Bucks pick, and the Lakers pick. So we can kind of come up with a crazy trade if there's like a franchise point guard on the market. All right, so our first pick is going to be at 8 via the Indiana Pacers. Let's see if we end up with the 6th overall pick as well, and we do from the Bucks. We still have that Lakers pick though, so let's hope. I mean, it was 3 last year. Don't be 4. Damn it, it's 4. Okay, so we have picks 4, 6, and 8. We still can come up with a pretty good trade idea with that, and we also have 20. Before I do make a trade, do I fire Willie Green? Yeah, you know what? I might hire Ty Lue. He's a balanced head coach. We could use that. But yeah, I'm not gonna trade these picks before I make any selections. It's like you shouldn't really do that in 2K, because when you draft these players, they just have far greater trade value. So at 4, we are going to be taking Caleb Foster. At 6, we're going to be taking DJ Wagner. And at 8, we're going to be taking Elijah Fisher. At 20, we're going to snag Sky Clark. So we just took a ton of guards. And we took CJ Walker in the 2nd round. This is because now, like, teams that want to trade me a guard, I have plenty of guards to give you. So let's go through team player options first. Rashawn Holmes opts in, which is fine. Now let's go to the market. Like, oh my god, if I know I won't be able to pull it off, but like just the value that I just drafted, like just with Fisher, Foster, and Wagner, really thought maybe something kind of crazy would be able to work out. But I would probably, like, I don't even know. Okay, wait. Okay, I guess I have trade override on. I forgot to turn that off when I downloaded this scenario. Damn it, that would have just been crazy. I mean, how often can you really trade for Luka Doncic, am I right? Okay, so Kyrie Irving is currently on the Wizards, who aren't great. He's 32 years old, and I don't really get Kyrie a lot. So I would love to get Kyrie. We would have to give up Ingram, Wembanyama. Okay, so at least it's possible. They really want Ingram, but I don't know if I want to do that. I would give you Caleb Foster. We probably have to do Rashawn Holmes just because of the salary cap involved here. And then I will also throw in, I would definitely throw in Elijah Fisher. So we're still 10 mil away, which kind of hurts a little bit because I'm going to probably have to give up a lot in this deal. Like, I would also give you DJ Wagner as well. And I will have to give you CJ Walker or Sky Clark. So that is a lot. I'm sure they're going to say yes to this. So basically, I just traded all my draft picks and Rashawn Holmes for Kyrie Irving, which probably isn't a great idea. I don't know. Now I'm kind of debating it. But you know what? I think I might do it. Or can I sign somebody first and then do it? That might be a better idea. So like McCollum is here. Let's maybe do a McCollum sign and trade with that. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a much better idea. All right, so if we were going to do Wagner, McCollum, Fisher, and Foster, that's pretty good. And you give me Ryan Buelley. Okay, what about if we don't do Ryan Buelley involved in that trade? I get to keep Rashawn Holmes. They say yes to that. So we just give up a lot for Kyrie Irving, but welcome to New Orleans, Kyrie. We have Kyrie and Alvarado. We have Johnny Davis, Ingram, Zion, Walker, Murphy, and then I kind of want to see if I can move Sky Clark for, I mean, like, I do have Herb Jones, like, I could re-sign, which I do want to do that right now. I'm just debating, like, do I want to start Johnny Davis as my starting shooting guard? But what I might do is just move Herb Jones back to a shooting guard and then start him there. All right, so play progression, like, we have a 95, a 91, and 89. There's Wembanyama. Herb Jones regresses, I guess because I changed his position. All right, so let's see what this rotation is going to be. Kyrie, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Wembanyama, Johnny Davis, Trey Murphy, Alvarado, and Richaun Holmes. We'll play Sky Clark for the regular season, but there's a very good chance that he will not be here come playoff time, at least in the rotation. And oh my goodness, I'm glad I got Ty Lue. 4.5-star system proficiency. All right, so we end up as the 1 seed this year. Maybe that was the addition of Kyrie Irving. Maybe that was the addition of Ty Lue. Maybe that was just me inserting Herb Jones into the starting 5 because he probably deserved more love. We get no Zion on first or second team, but he does make third team. And hey, maybe that we also got some more development out of Victor Wembanyama. We're taking on the Timberwolves in round 1. They don't have Cat anymore, or Anthony Edwards, but they do have LeBron James. Here are the stats from this past season. Kyrie averaged 8 assists, which I'm pretty cool with. Like, he didn't really have to score all that much. We just really needed to kind of cruise control throughout the season, just get that 1 seed. So I'm going to have this, or 2K come up with the lineup. They really don't want to play Wembanyama a lot, which is kind of messed up. I don't need to play Sky Clark, I think. Holmes can just play 10 minutes a night. So Wembanyama can get 29. We're good with those. They want to start Johnny Davis, which is also fine. So I'm going to go 35, 35, 31. And then we're 4.5-star balance. So I think there's a 0% chance we lose to the Timberwolves, but I should never leave it at that as we win in 7. I love being cocky. You know what? Whenever I'm cocky before a series, it ends up coming back to bite me. But if I'm like saying there's no chance we win, hey, maybe that's what I gotta do. Kyrie Irving averaged 21 and 7 in those 7 games. Ingram had 19, Wembanyama 15 and 10, and Zion 28, 13 and 5. So now we're taking on the Phoenix Suns, who have Halliburton. They could have drafted him in 2020, and they didn't. They don't have Booker anymore, but they do have a Kungwu, DeAndre Hunter. I was like, did they make a trade? But I don't think it really looks like they made one. But yeah, no Devin Booker, but they still have DeAndre Ayton, and we end up winning in 6. Okay, I thought we were going to cruise a little bit more through the first 2 rounds. But having a series go to 7 games and 6 games isn't the most encouraging when you're trying to win a championship. Yeah, Zion went off in that series. Irving kind of went down to earth a little bit. Wembanyama shot 39% from the field, but 37 from 3. Okay, OKC, I'm sure they have a great team. It's good. They got Lonzo off the bench. They got Derek Lively, Matt Beasley. Like, they have an incredible young core, but we should be fine, right? 2-0 us. 2-1. Come on, can this be the series we just win in 5? Please, please, let's freaking go. And we're taking on the reigning NBA champions, the Detroit Pistons, in the finals. Kyrie Irving, 25 points, 7.5 assists in that series, so he really picked it back up. Wembanyama shot 52% from the field. So can we defeat the Detroit Pistons, who are led by Cade Cunningham? They brought back Andre Drummond. They do have Miles Bridges. We win game 1. We win game 2. I feel like we've just always lost game 3. We lose game 4. Oh my God, they win 3 in a row. Oh my God, why do you got to do that to me? And we're on the road here. We're down by double digits. I hate 2K so much, man. Why do they got to tease me like that? And we end up losing the finals in 6 games. Cade Cunningham's your finals MVP. All right, so we will run this back for 1 more year because I just need to win a championship with this team. Like, this is kind of embarrassing. And you know what? Let's just go through the lottery results. Okay, I don't get lucky there, but I have the 6th overall pick. All right, since this is the final year, I'm going to go after an expiring contract of Robert Williams. Surprised they're throwing Jalen Washington in this trade, but Sky Clark and pick 6 for Robert Williams, who's a massive upgrade over Richaun Holmes as the backup center. And I'm getting Jalen Washington in this trade. I don't know if I'm going to play him. We could end up flipping him or something. But yeah, the Celtics were willing to move Robert Williams since he was going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Picking up the team option on these 3. Going to give Trey Murphy the QO. Brandon Ingram is a free agent. Maybe not the greatest fit. I mean, like, he is actually a fantastic system fit. I just don't know. Like, obviously, he's been taking a little bit of a back seat since we had a Kyrie Irving. But I do want to bring back everybody but Richaun Holmes. So I'm going to now give Trey Murphy a 3-year deal. And I would also like to snag Derek White on this open market with my mid-level exception as well. We pick up Trey Murphy and we pick up Derek White. So we got Zion at 96, Kyrie at 92, Wembanyama at an 88. All right, so 2K wants to start Herb Jones. I'll let just 2K run with this for the regular season. And and then we will definitely adjust it in the playoffs because they knew what they were doing last year. They got me a 1 seed, or didn't I? No, 2K came up with the rotation last year. All right, so for the third time in this video, we are the 1 seed, or maybe that is our second time because I remember in year 1 we were the 2 seed, but we go 64-18. I'm sure Zion Williamson made an All-NBA team as he did on the 3rd squad, and we were taking on the Sacramento Kings in round 1, a team that we have made a couple trades with in this video. They have Colin Sexton and Julius Randle now, and no more De'Aaron Fox. Here are the season stats for the final season. And 2K wants to go with Kyrie, Johnny Davis, Ingram, Zion, Wembanyama, Robert Williams, Herbert Jones. They want to do the whole 10-man rotation. Sure, why not? System proficiency is still 4.5 stars. Round 1 against the Sacramento Kings, we are up 2-0, and we end up gentlemen sweeping them. It was pretty evenly distributed with the scoring allocation in that series. Now we're taking on the Houston Rockets in round 2, who have Ayo Dosunmu, Peyton Watson. They drafted Jabari Smith. Kind of a surprise, they still have both Christian Wood and Kevin Porter Jr. And let's see who wins this round 2 series, and it is us in 4 games. And Zion went off with 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. All right, so we have the OKC Thunder. They have now, like, a great young core. We mentioned that last year. But can we beat them and go to our 2nd straight NBA Finals? I guess I just suck at this game.